And one of these teams will make that journey to the center of the stage and be crowned Kado Champion World #1. It's all up for debate, and it starts on Nuke. Grand finals, baby. JKS, he was here last year. And now in the roster, in the ranks, G2 will be taking to the attack. HooXi to defend.
Yeah, this is one way to kick things off here today. G2, since HooXi's joined the roster, yet to lose Nuke. So the mental echoes of this, if it does go in the favor of the day, and yeah, let's get this one underway. 5 sets of Kevlar for HooXi here, straight out the heart. This one's fast.
Very quick, Shush tested immediately. Calls to the warning sign, crossing lobby, they're coming in fast, hot, spicy. Here comes HooXi, JKS isn't ready. Nico spotted down the vent, bomb down though, on the top side. Oh, nearly the double from Hunter. He can't finish his meal, it's down, hungry 4-1, it's HooXi good on the Glock. Bomb ticking in G2's favor, out the door, and down goes 2. Only Shush, last to fall. HooXi a triple.
Good luck keeping up with this one. That was quick. Who was rushing who right there? That flank. Fast Counter-Strike here. We had Yanko talking about atomic Counter-Strike the other day. We're definitely going to get the brawl here.
Ring around a Rosie. G2, this map, flawless ever since HooXi's arrival.
It's crazy here.
Like that is, yeah, special. We're watching history being written. Can HooXi disrupt the record? In the first of this series, G2 full of confidence and belief, and a bullet onto HooXi. Speculative shots from cadiaN through the smokes, and definitely confirmation of presence.
2 down here, secret already.
Rotated, Chad. They have already, but it's Nico with the rifle. Perfect jiggle. Executes Testes and jabbi as well. He makes it look so easy. They were ready for it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, hot start here. This one's going to cool down for a moment. 5v3 situation in G2's favor. Bomb still at the ready here. Monacy going to scoop that one up. It's down looking to see if he can find a head or two. Credit card Molly main smoke, and I want to try and get across, but cadiaN Scout still at the ready to do some more damage.
Perfect flash. Safe passage created. And space is going to be 4-4 over on this side. It's JKS. Comfortable and acquiesced to the request.
Well, they know where cadiaN is, or at least where he was. They're going to try and hunt this one away. Remove the scout from play if they can here. Got to be a little bit careful, does HooXi, but everybody else can have a bit of a look here, especially Hunter with this MP9 in hand. This is almost a flawless start here out the gates. You want to keep these anti-ecos as clean as possible, especially in this type of environment. Now you can snowball a freebie coming into round number 3. So just handled, and with all 5 staying alive, confidence seeming at an all-time high.
Hunter is hunting. cadiaN hiding. And that's the end of that. True to his namesake, and a clean one for G2.
That's going to feel really, really good here. And you heard from Nico in the pre-game interview saying that he feels like his team has never been this prepared for a final. Right? The teams he's had before, he's been here 3 times, called this one the 4th. And you can see just the confidence here in the aim. If we're going to get this throughout the series, fantastic stuff for the big man in the server right here.
Yeah, I mean, Nico is the perfect embodiment and example of the power of crosshair placement. His procedures, his clears, HooXi will struggle to have what feels like a favorable duel.
Yeah, but we do find ourselves on this collision course, right? There's no doubt about it. This is the best 2 teams in the world. I think there's probably a bit of a bias with the fact that G2 haven't lost a map this year just yet, but HooXi have looked pretty tidy. And look at this, flash forward, taking the fight, starting to skirmish now. Testes has the AK, but only for a moment's time. Hunter and Monacy will deal with any of the issues here, and it's just going to be 3 remaining. So problems for a moment. Slight lick of chaos, and well, that Molly's going to deal with this boost. So handling this diligently.
And happy to take the fights.
We have to return to this though. Like HooXi, they're not coming into here as a team that can't compete. They can definitely compete. We've seen the type of Counter-Strike that this team can play. The whole is greater than the sum of the parts for this squad.
No doubt.
But they do have star potential. Stound traditionally towards the top of that list. This time around, jabbi, the final man to fall, has been at the top of the list for HooXi throughout Katowice. Testes playing fantastic. cadiaN, well, now on the AWP, is definitely a menace, and We can't forget HooXi, one of the best anchors in the world. Let's get things underway with the first gun round. AWP's out on either side of the server here as we do get into round number 4. This one is going to be a brawler. It is going to be action-packed. There will be so many quick-witted decisions in this consistently constant moving jigsaw puzzle of the new meta of Counter-Strike.
Hut utility. JKS got the lobby responsibility.
It's going to be key with JKS here as well. In the matchup they had the other day against Na'Vi, he had a lot of spawns, was able to do a lot of vent drops. If he doesn't have that spawn, he won't be able to find as many access points in towards this A site for his team.
A standoff. And the crossfire is set.
Late yard smokes here, sailing through the sky right now.
Smoke door in response.
Top split.
Nico's going to be quick on this. It's down versus Nico, or is it?
Maybe not.
Is it? Going for a walkabout. Nico not ready for Tesses. One and done. And now it is somewhat of a heroic boost into...
cadiaN would have heard the scout here. Sorry, the scope.
Is clutches. It's cadiaN, the leader, calling for backup. Tesses to provide it. Flames deny it. And into that low site, he has jabbi as well. Ramp conceded. And a man advantage for Heroic first on the gun round.
Hard round to win here for G2. Heroic looking good to seal this one up.
Whoa, reaggress! cadiaN does his best. Oh, and another onto m0NESY. Just like that, the round is done. cadiaN makes it so. These top-level AWPers, it's that bolt. You know, there is a window. There is. But it closes quickly.
And that right there is a taste of what to expect in this game. One of the things that Heroic are fantastic at is subverting the expectation of their opponent, right? Both of these teams, highly reactive. They're constantly moving across the map, making a move, making a play. And, well, if you get the traditional response, which is what you're getting from most other teams in top-level Counter-Strike at the moment, then sure, you're going to account for it. But they didn't account for this. Some fantastic AWPing from the leader here, and that's one way to get the boys fired up early. And he's happy with that. He should be. That's a big round for Heroic to get on the board.
You heard it from cadiaN. We've taken down ZywOo. We've taken down Simple. Next up on the list, perhaps m0NESY. That's his first in the head-to-head. He'll be happy with that.
Miss smoke here.
Interesting.
Would have been forced.
Looked like they wanted to go for something quite poppy. But now with a deep smoke towards the secret side, JKS has got something in mind, and so has m0NESY for that hut position. Backside as well, potentially.
They know that nobody's lower now. They can fortify this A site here.
Oh, playing with fire. His back turned to the open door. Smoke enables him to post up. Will JKS be aware? On the jiggle, tagged up. Nade to try and finish. jabbi's burning, forced to reposition. Heroic are in the right place. Blind though. Flames beneath him. HooXi holds his nerve and holds his position and his spray. jabbi and HooXi repel the invaders. What is m0NESY and Nico to do? Watch out for these two. jabbi good for it. Gets the multi-kill demanded of him and puts Nico into a nasty state of play. They know where you are. 1v3, and Bomb nowhere near him.
Seeking him out of here right now. cadiaN just going to keep moving. He's going to find him for free. If he keeps pushing, if he keeps looking for this aggression, Nico's back's going to be turned, not expecting this, and there it is. Good stuff from cadiaN. 2 now for the Danes.
I see raised eyebrows in the crowd. Yes, it looks like we are going to be having quite the game today.
But this is key, right? The fact that the smoke wall's missed. G2 aren't aware of that. Heroic had all the information. They fortified this top side. JKS goes down first to that nade. cadiaN gets the tag, follows through with the underarm. Just skittles that one in there, but this is handiwork. Even though those kills come in, just not enough. Not enough for G2 early, and they're down to pistols. Now, we've seen them find some well, decent results with buys like this, but it's a tall task up against a fully purchased Heroic here.
cadiaN, look at him. Again, just even against the lighter buy, to take such an aggressive stance, he's counting on his brother in arms, and there's down. Gets the job done, keeps that AWP unannounced.
Big question in this game, and that's just onto HooXi there. Matthew, Maniac brought this up on the desk. It's about the mental edge, and we'll make sure we're checking in on that here. Can G2 come back from tilt rounds? cadiaN, can you come back from this round? Your pin, you need some safety, and yeah, jabbi's going to provide exactly that. Tap, tap, tap away.
Yeah, felt like jabbi just put his high-vis vest on. Security guarding the in-game leader out of a bit of a pickle.
Well, looking to keep all 5 alive here, Heroic, and they should be able to do so. Stalin will collect that. And now 3 on the trot. Now, when you reflect to the head-to-head, sure it was last year, sure it was at the fall finals, this was a map where G2 had a relatively easy time against that of Heroic, and they're already putting up some good resistance here early. It'll be the first timeout called by G2, an opportunity for Swanee, the coach, promoted to this position, to confer with HooXi, the in-game leader.
And both of the in-game leaders in this grand final, coincidence I think not, have found a rise in individual form as they ascend to these world top 1 and 2 ranks.
Yeah, well, for HooXi there, I mean, for a while, definitely turning that performance around here. We're not going to say that he's a bigger fragger in the server than cadiaN. He's finding his contributions. But this is another concern as well. If the game goes long, it starts to get tricky. The mental fatigue comes into play. HooXi doesn't have the issue of needing to be the AWPer and the caller. HooXi gets to move his chess pieces around the board. In that moment, cadiaN's going to have to worry about both of those issues.
And you've got Nico to rely upon as well. The desk has reminded you, he has been on this Katowice grand final stage before. And now looking to take that final hurdle.
Miss Molly here. Nico can take a little bit more space off this.
Just a deadly weapon in G2's arsenal.
You're already seeing a push. Push. Oh! KS isn't ready for this. Pivots in time.
How is
TSS for that?
Let that one slip? And now jabbi as well. Proactivity demonstrated live, and down through the smoke. Takes Nico down, Hunter to fill the void. Looking to avenge his cousin, and he has. cadiaN's gone, and so is down. HooXi contributes to the round, and now look, what can jabbi do? Miles away.
A move on the bombs in the open right now. He might go down here with the C4. Spotted, and... dropped. Oh, he survived.
Look at him go. Shush could finish this now. Hunter to cover. And down goes the bomb. Things get fruity now. Needs to reposition. One more from Shush. Needs it onto Hunter. The safe pair of hands. Claws another out of the pack. It is only jabbi. But with the bomb down, G2 will have to piece this together. Ready for a fight. Isolates the first. HooXi to peek it up. Distracts him. Bomb retrieved. And retreating. What's jabbi to do now? Can't disrespect the flame. He can extinguish and go. He wants to fight now, knows it's likely a one-on-one. Bomb now down, and so is he. Double from HooXi. Gets them in, clears out main. Awkward for a moment though, and that's going to keep happening. If you're playing Heroic, you have to be able to beat them at their own game. Adaptive, reactive, and this one from JKS. How does TSS go down on that one? The element of surprise, still not enough.
Yeah, just tracking some early stats here. JKS in the event so far, 21 and 4 in opening exchanges. So he's been successful in 21 of those and only died in 4 of them.
That sounds superhuman.
Yeah, but today he's sitting at 1 and 2. So this is just early stages. We're only 7 rounds in, getting into round number 8, but we'll see if that trend continues. And remember, I mentioned the spawns. If JKS doesn't have the spawns, he won't be able to do the vent drops, he won't be able to be a nuisance. And well, that nade is a bit of a nuisance here. Tickled up, HooXi down to 60 points of health here, and Stown, the laser beam onto Nico again through this smoke.
Don't forget, last death for Nico was the same. From Stown, through the smoke. Not this time. Oh, on the fade, he confirms that a whole lot more bodies are there. Not so much subtlety here. 2 rotate through. This was the same that Nico beheaded in the second round force. With a stronger arsenal this time. Pre-aiming the boost, jabbi. He's done his research. Is he safe?
Yeah, a bit shallow on this one.
Yeah, he's gonna have a shooting gallery. Just pixels of balaclavas and bloodshed. One to the dome of HooXi, forced forward by the flame. It's jabbi. Comfortable! Oh my goodness, more from jabbi. 3.5. Hunter's ears are ringing, bleeding. And that's 4 for Heroic. jabbi steps up when called upon.
Oh, well, back-to-back here. We had HooXi in the previous, saving the day, taking down that man on your screen right there, and jabbi here with a massive round of his own. jabbi the killer, they like to call him, and well, HooXi the Giga Chad. We know their history. Copenhagen Flames together and now finding themselves against each other on this Katowice stage. But we've seen a few flubbed bits of utility so far on both sides of the server here. Should have been a little bit deeper with that molly to clear out the stairwell. You can see just the pixel-perfect shots he's happy to hit. And, well, that hurts. G2 down to an eco again. Already seen 2 of these within the early stages. Lack of plants. There hasn't been a single round that has concluded in the bomb going off or a defused thus far.
Another one for cadiaN's head-to-head on the flashiest sniper in Counter-Strike as it stands.
We've already seen a couple of moves early here, like this lobby aggression that didn't come with too many tells, just walking into JKS. Tessus was unfortunate. Well, I would say he definitely should have had that kill. But they were happy to push through, get on the roof above. When you know there's just one player doing the lobby lurk, which traditionally will be JKS if they are heavy out, to try and find those gaps. But cadiaN's turn again, reposition, and another shot, putting these in.
Oh, okay, Nico. Brave to take that fight. Does not end too well for him. Blood confirms, damage inflicted, and maybe forced back by that incendiary.
Doesn't look like they're going to get too much damage done here. Good opportunity for HooXi to put a bit more bet of cash. Keeping all 5 alive would be exactly what cadiaN wants to offer into this one. 30 seconds left. They will have to go for these fights very shortly here, and all with Deagles, but it's Nuke. It's not like you're going to get too many ranged fights unless you're outside.
Yeah, best case scenario, you find a couple of beautiful Deagle headshots. cadiaN postured perfect and good for the multi-kill. A quad kill from cadiaN. Holds on to ramp, holds on to the round, and makes it look safe.
Grin on the face here again, so things tracking pretty well here for HooXi. This is a free crack, as mentioned. Yet to lose this map G2, and if you scoop this up as HooXi here, you know that there's a potential bit of mental turmoil that you'll be able to throw G2 into. This is the pick from G2. I understand why. We've already outlined the history of this, the head-to-head, the record thus far. We're back into the guns and light on some U2 here. JKS trying to make some space.
Oh, and eliminated. jabbi, well prepared for that one. And now they keep pushing the issue. Straight out of hut. Shush can't believe his luck. And jabbi good for it as well. 1 by 1, G2 just plucked. Cool, Nico spotted and eliminated. It's a good one back, but surely not much for m0NESY to celebrate. A bomb plant would be great. He's playing mind games, reveals himself, and perhaps can get himself a bomb plant for the team.
Oh, they can be quicker now. He's screwed. They can just swarm towards this lower side here.
He's lost that opportunity. cadiaN loses his head. m0NESY looking to do the impossible. Tessus quick to remind us of reality.
Some pretty limp rounds here, to be honest, out of G2. In the last 3 rounds, they've only managed 3 kills, so having a bit of a rough go of things finding their way into these rounds here, and just denied on entrance. Like JKS, we know that trick. We know that they do the pop flash through. He comes out. They do an explosive round in towards that top site. Well, prepared for it.
The duality of man.
Well, here we go. Another light purchase from G2. They need to start getting the bomb down here, or the buyers are going to continue to look like this.
HooXi undeterred after the massacre. And Nico perhaps going to be the catalyst. Look at his chances. Both of them finding frags. The top site crumbles. One back, great shot. m0NESY down again. Bomb planted. Charging. Tessus can't control the spray. It's Nico on that M4 and no play for HooXi. No way back in. JKS hitting a steamer in unison with that Tech 9. The speed of G2. And just as you were saying, things look flat. They provide a peak. Incredible to see JKS's stats. Seems this is the system that really allows him to show what he's been capable of for so long.
Oof, I'm just sitting there shaking my head. If you're going to keep pulling those out of your ass if you're G2, we've already seen them win these number disadvantage situations throughout the tournament. Now another one with pistols down. And do as much damage as he can right here, but you bang on with JKS, a name that a lot of people have written off. An individual that was once the hard carry of the team from the region.
You could say that about every single member of this team in their format. This was Nico, and you can see it's not getting flustered after this. He knew he had the element of surprise, just still pulling the nade to get his gun out in time, no stress, and then that double headshot, bang. Nico, this one, confirmed it.
Yeah, got to look at a couple of details here. Got to ask yourself, was that the FaZe Canada strat that they ran over there in Cologne with Nico doing the twist rolls, dropping off, coming through main, the split towards top site, nobody ready for that main position, gets a freebie, and in they go. Look, we need a few more details. We might have seen it before. That one, but it's a little taste right there. There's another timeout called here, another conversation to be had. And
you saw from Liquid as well, you know, upon review of their game against G2, one of the things they were struggling with was losing these force buys. I mean, Nico's Deag, as we saw, that crazy clip, it's something that's G2 have definitely got a bit of a knack for.
They shouldn't be winning rounds like that, realistically. That right there is a round that should be a gimme for Heroic, but their aim balanced them out, and it looked like Nico was going to fluff his lines right there. So the fact that him and JKS do open up the account, big stuff, and he's going to keep the pressure on the Danes here.
Want to see on that
brawl already.
P-side AWP this time. Battle on multiple fronts. Shush and Stown about to be faced with a wall of smokes. It's Nico again to be set up. And that's over. Shush cancels Nico's start. An opening kill for Heroic, so back perhaps to their winning ways, unless a flip of the script can be found.
Feels like they're having a rough go with this. Now, he's been spammed through the smoke a couple of times here. He's been caught on the cross, not able to get the room that he needs, and now that means they need to function with a whole lot less. So trying to set Nico up for nothing, but check this out. Testis on the other side, walks into JKS on the quick change, and that is timing. But is that tilt?
You can do so much with timing and violence. Heroic embody that crossing now, and no one calling this out.
There's two players towards the lower side of the deck right here for Heroic. They're well prepared for this if the fight comes, and I think they know what move is next. They have a smoke available. Can also molly off towards ramp. Oh, but look at this. Above, they're not checking.
HooXi got it wrong. The barrel sticking out. m0NESY known, and a missed shot allows him to find Testis. Hunter's been closing rounds he shouldn't, but this one surely a step too far. Heroic extend to a 7th. It's been a while since we saw G2 finding consecutive.
This is great work from Heroic here. Like the way that they're handling a lot of these rotations, getting those opening picks on Nico. If he's not lurking in yard, if he hasn't got to the secret cross, if he's not in warehouse, then he's not a nuisance. It means that they can stay a little bit more broad on the map, and they can play ahead here. They've been doing fantastic with the information, and well, cadiaN, he misses the first, but happy to stick around in the flames for the second. And they just swarm jabbi here, up to 12 kills, continuing this fantastic form. Second time out for G2 now. And running out of rounds, running out of cash. We'll get themselves something to work with here. A few missions in the purchase department. HooXi with the MAC-10. A couple of AKs, an AWP. Keep trying to be very tricky over towards this yard position. Not just taking the secret space that could be offered up time and time again. Let's see if round 13 wants to change that discourse here. HooXi with the back of the pack spawn as well, so you won't see that MAC-10 come flying out the gates here. Earlier with their cmoke wall towards yard, and cadiaN wants to come aggressive again.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Lets it slip. Oh, but HooXi burnt down in the meantime. And a spray onto Nico goes awry. He lives on. And now all this space starting to be swarmed by G2. Supported by these two.
Shush is going to keep pushing here after this molly. And he's got a friend, so if they're not careful here, G2. They could get caught in the backstab. Standoff right now, neither team really willing to move a muscle. The lobby space hasn't been taken. It's assumed that it's just going to be JKS, so they're happy to try and hunker down. Off angle from Testis here.
And Nico meets his fate. Perfect headshot out of Testis. Now G2 again walking a little wonky. This is Shush about to really ruin m0NESY's day. He lives on. Tag down, bomb spotted. Information flowing. Still now a 3-on-3.
Still time as well here. About to get to the 35
wow.
seconds. He's not that quick.
No. It was a ballsy angle to post on.
cadiaN's down here.
Can he find that pick as they enter? Smokes will make it as difficult as possible. cadiaN trying to set up his teammate for success. They want to fight for pre-plan. Oh, and the timing. Beautiful. Shush. Gets the bomb on the floor, forces Hunter into the roll. With 14 seconds left, cadiaN trying to play every trick he has. jabbi with the door. Denies. And JKS helpless. An impossible round in front of him. He'll take one. And cadiaN confirms what we all knew. Heroic have won out their defense on G2's undefeated Nuke.
Yeah, this is the first time we've really seen G2 up struggle street, right? It feels like they're being swarmed in a lot of scenarios. The decisions that they're making are being accounted for. getting pipped at the post with a lot of these opening exchanges. I think Nico's been having a rough time in that regard. Sure, HooXi goes down here to the flames. This is a fight that he doesn't even get to take. You see that nade skittle in. And the desperate jump there to finish things off. But this is looking fantastic. Remember, Heroic here, this is a free crack in the best of 5. Down to some pistols again, and well, speaking of pistols, G2's round so far, they had the pistol, the force by conversion, the third freebie round, and then they won one with a couple of pistol upgrades of their own.
Touche.
Their gun rounds have sucked.
Yeah, I watched them win this one as well. Oh my God, it's a mother's meeting down there. Some team damage. Tessa's already there. Hunter feels a little hard done by on that one, because Tessa's still alive and kicking. Everybody of G2 collapses.
This halves looks way too easy. There's just been so many eco rounds for G2. And again, I will readdress the fact that they are not getting the bomb down. They've not been able to keep that economy kicking. Right? They're down the hole. The loss bonus is there, sure. The rounds are very sporadic. Right, he takes down HooXi. You're just trying to get the kill at that point, coming through the gray screen. But G2 needs something to be confident about going into halftime. They need to get themselves a gun round here because the Danes are looking dominant here.
Yeah, they're just zoned in. They're in that flow state. Matthew talking about the mental game. There's no doubt these individuals incredibly close to one another in their ceiling. But what does the expectation do?
Ramp's open right now. They're just held at bay by a smoke here. You can see the early rotation down towards B from Tessa, so they're more than happy to forego all of this space. cadiaN's AWP deep in warehouse, so they won't have to worry about that at all. So they have all this room, but you wouldn't expect to be getting this type of space here. So it's JKS thrust forward, calling it clear, checking the boost, being very diligent. You have to slightly worry about the back box or the ramp re-aggress, because remember, cadiaN's already shown that to be a possibility, but they've turtled up. Stunner's also down here in the back halls of B.
Interesting.
G2 are scratching their head. Where are they?
Yeah, this preparation. Clear as Heroic, sometimes just giving G2 enough rope to hang themselves.
This is going to be such a hard round to win here because they haven't had to rotate Heroic. They've already been in position from the start of the round. They're calling ahead of this.
Does really hinge on whether or not this first contact favors that M4 setup. 30-second mark. Silence will be broken as the smoke and utility thrown towards the Heroic boys. Down goes cadiaN, a good first frag. Shush revealed, and jabbi activates.
No trades.
Nothing for G2 to celebrate. Caught on the ladder as well. One by one, they fall.
There's no time for this.
He feels a fall. Up through heaven, 4 to find in only 10 seconds. 10 rounds, a certainty, as Heroic starts strong in this grand final. Katowice 2023. Can you hear me, Spodek? Just the first half of play, and Heroic have come to play today. G2 gonna have to flip the script in this second half, or records will be broken, will be shattered. Heroic to do what no team has been able to, and take Nuke away from the Samurai. On the attack, bounding backwards into ramp. JKS has to give up the ghost and get out of dodge. Running him down, perfect shot. A re-aggress from the Aussie, double towards the low side. cadiaN, too much, but a lot of info. Spots two towards the hell position. Knows ramp is interesting. Shush spotted.
They're noisy about this, very, very noisy. And hot on the trail here, HooXi and m0NESY. Feels like HooXi's trying to offer himself up for the flash.
How loud does he want to be?
Oh, just looking for anything around the corner here. Bomb should go down with ease. 40 seconds will be thrust onto the clock. And a difficult retake.
It's a big ballsy push. And it costs him, perhaps, the round. But jabbi,
the tournament here.
He's having the best tournament so far in that Heroic jersey. The big one. Cool, calm, m0NESY collects.
All right, well, if you're a G2 fan, you'd be happy with that, but you got to get hit in the face by a bit of cold, hard reality here. It's only really the pistol rounds that G2 have to their name so far in this map. They're going to have to turn things around heavily on this CT side of play. We talk about the streak, the 10 nukes in a row. They haven't lost a map this year. They haven't lost a map at Katowice. They don't know what losing on this map feels like. And the biggest question has to be, well, how is that going to affect the team going forward? Are they as mentally strong as they sell themselves to be?
Ain't that the question? TeSS has made a sacrifice in order to see a threat in our second round of play.
Coming to JKS here again. Fancy this head-to-head here.
Have they seen his rating at this tournament?
Well, AKV Famous, I'll take that duel. Support of m0NESY, the first one on call over towards Hell right now. You can see him just parked at the ready here, relaying any information to Nico, who's making his way up secret, but that's to no avail. He's either been taken out of the picture or hasn't been able to get his works working. The CT side, that's where he does his best work. But outside call clear, and now m0NESY will help JK out here. This is a standard setup.
He's not chosen to smoke, but rather let them walk into their demise. TeSS bunny hops in. And is sent packing. Look at that, filling the feed. Only that AK on cadiaN, and it's the last to fall. JKS says, come again. Open invite. Everyone's invited to ramp. Tease on me.
Well, this is the key to a map win, a map victory right here. The pistol with conversions. That's, we're going to see it again. Or will we? Because that Heroic AK-47 that came on out from TeSS means that we can get a whole lot more coming out in the next. He took the sacrifice, they're still going to get the purchase, so they wanted to do a little bit more damage. If they can grab this next round of play, that's 2 3-0 starts for G2. And traditionally on these final stages, they're used to 0-3, so that's going to be feeling pretty tidy here.
Both pistols, though.
I think he got spotted.
Surely. Nico crossing, spotted. The sound so heavily tagged. He'll lose his lust for aggression. JKS actually quite the opposite, going for a forward incendiary. jabbi might choose to spray. You can see JKS considering it and repels them back into lobby. This is a head-to-head, a duel between two sharp shooters. JKS loses his head as jabbi keeps his cool. He's up to 16.
Well, that's the access point here. Hunter trying to take this space quite quickly. Heads up decision, 4 down towards low. Remember, down outside low. He cannot activate here.
Playing to contain. Relay. Information as it continues to flow. Nico. Smoke fading, will look to adjust his position. Walking wounded are the Danes. Honestly, a passive hold you can see between two mines, and jabbi loses his. A great headshot from Hunter. m0NESY catches him asleep at the wheel. TeSS keeps it interesting. Nico's already managed to keep this advantage on G2's side despite the rifles in play. TeSS gonna be hard pressed to get back into this site. HooXi, perfect. Second, for good measure. That's what the crowd wanted to see. G2 already, they're getting up, they're dusting themselves down. Round after round.
Okay, that is going to feel real good right there. They handled that one. JKS goes down first towards ramp. A great shot from jabbi. This kid, I don't know what he did to come up with this new decision tree because his confidence is off the charts. Comes into this team, replaces Refresh. There's question marks around that decision. Put in positions that he's not too familiar with, having to learn on the job. And now he's the top rated in the tournament thus far. Oh, they're going to try a bit of a light pistol upgrade of their own here, Heroic. How much can they get out of this one?
Oh, actually down the vents and no one to follow. That's something in itself, especially if JKS gets overrun here. m0NESY in support, and it's Shush onto JKS, one to the dome of m0NESY. They're going to run him down. Past the flames, m0NESY is under a lot of scrutiny right now. Getting run even further, Tessa's baiting shots. Force him into a defensive stance. And caught with his pants down, HooXi. A grimace on many a face after that one, but it shouldn't have any ramifications. That bomb down, and that frag now. Oh! Disaster! He gets 2 through the smokes, down, Smoko Vision. m0NESY already low.
They're going to have to call this one
off. They have to.
Yeah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way at all. The pressure here from Heroic.
But what did they spend on this round?
Half investment here with a loss bonus in their favor. This one is one way to get the account open on this T-half. That's 11. 11 rounds now for the Danes. Massive stuff. Stown just gets 2 through that smoke. That is insane. So much success in Yard, spamming with the silence down forward now, showing his best face. That is a bit of robbery right there.
Well, that's one back, isn't it? If you think about the exchanges in the first half, G2 got away with a couple of those. It's Heroic's turn. We'll see this again. HooXi, yeah, a little bit of an awkward one considering what happened straight after.
Yeah, painting a picture around him right there.
And let's see this, just down, perfect crosshair placement.
Oh, there's a gap in the smoke.
Oh, just the toes, just the heel. And those frags, the Achilles heel of G2, that was supposed to be theirs.
Well, they can be broken right now, G2. They lose this one. They're in a real rough spot on this CT side here. Heroic can smell blood.
Deliberate smoke. And a frag that goes Hunter's way, leaping through the smoke. It's double. cadiaN, team kill. And from the highest highs, the most euphoric of rounds already, now Heroic looking at the ground, tutting their tongue. JKS, perfect off angle. He gets 2 of the 3. A round winner. Confirmed, of course, cadiaN has got up to some crazy hijinks on this very site. G2, historically, as well. He's actually got the bomb down, yeah, just about gets it in. Head on a rapid swivel and now on the floor, but that is a nice plant all the same.
Had a few TKs in this game so far, haven't we, on both sides of the server here. Just happy to take their brothers in arms down here if it's going to mean the kill. But they will withstand, they will grab another round here, G2. But the pace on this game, just how quick these two teams are willing to move across the map, the decision's so quick. Not willing to take a breath.
Yeah, and that's
take a moment.
That's the power of the pace as well. It forces that split-second decision making. If you can't hang with me in making these decisions in the half a second, it could be life or death. It could even be a team kill.
JKS did great to get 2 there as well. You could just see him just playing that off angle, hoping to get offered something up here. A timeout called. This will only be the second right now for Heroic.
It is exciting, isn't it, that, you know, JKS's frags as an example. These pros can catch off the other pros. I mean, the fact that they can exploit, find the gap, catch the moving, switching, looking the wrong way. Even at the highest level, that's why Counter-Strike is so gangster.
If we take a look right now at the scoreboard here, a couple of issues, right? When they've been coming ramp over towards JKS' position, he's been getting the multi-kills. But everybody else seems to be struggling in that department. HooXi, he's had a few, but Nico, Hunter, and m0NESY, as part of this quartet for G2, they're not firing just yet. Still plenty of time available within this second half of play. Heroic with the timeout, they've gone for a buy. Shush with the MAC-10. This is going to be fast again. They're coming in.
Yeah, they're testing G2, and that nade hurts. Double whammy. Red faces. Nico, oof. Perfect to the dome. They're looking for a flawless one. There's nothing for Stown here but bloodshed. HooXi up the scoreboard with a double of his own. The double nades, they knew what was coming.
Yeah, prepared for that off the back of the timeout. That MAC-10 in first. You just see the shell shock nature of that hump position. So well handled there. G2 had more than enough bodies to deal with the top pop. Money for another heroic buy available once more. And another MAC-10 coming out, this time for TeSeS. But is that the changing the tide here? Putting up this blue wall, G2. Looking to defend their honor, looking to defend their streak on Nuke. Could be guaranteed second of all time as far as map streaks go if they win this one here. If they lose it, well, back to zero, start again. You'll have to stay tied for that second place with Na'Vi, and you'll never touch NIP.
Yeah, we talk about legacy. That would be something. A record that will stand the test of time. Counter smoke from Nico. He knows he's got company. How aggressive will he be? Potential for a flash if he calls.
Seems like a faked one-way, right? We traditionally see that. Remember Glaive bringing that out early, so they might think it's, yeah, they did. They took the bait. They thought it was the one-way. Nobody home.
Info, yeah.
More than a few bodies coming outside here as they do back off. So that smoke wall, a heavy investment here of heroic utility. Take a look at the right-hand side of your screen. Now operating with a couple of flashes, a molly, a smoke, and a HE. They can go for another pop, and G2 don't have a whole lot to defend with here themselves. You could see a molly top hut, maybe back sight, smoke towards main. There's options here at the ready for the Danes.
And when in doubt, scrim out. Oh, Squeak. TeSeS leading the pack. An opening. Hungry for it, gaps are closed. Hunter, oh, losing health. TeSeS the same, it's still HooXi holding this site. G2, 3 frags in the feed. And cadiaN unwilling to surrender, unwilling to give it up. m0NESY does though. An overextension from the AWPer. And cadiaN falls to JKS. The safe pair of hands continues to pull G2 in.
I think there's a sigh of relief on, well, maybe not relief, but there's definitely a sigh out of both of the squads here in a round like this, because that round could have definitely fallen apart. It was some over peaks here from G2. But at the moment of a grand final, it's not like every game. You're not expecting perfect Counter-Strike. Oh, we're fast again.
Well, this is definitely crazy. Counter-Strike, cadiaN already in.
They're going ramp.
And hoping they can find JKS. He loves this position, thrives under the pressure, under the scrutiny. It's another double. When most would falter or only deliver the one, it's the multi-kill from JKS that leaves Heroic with limited options.
Things can still go wrong here. The bomb is picked up, an AK retrieved, armor available, and this smoke for jabbi. Where will he decide to deploy this? Now, Nico tasked with dealing with the B bomb site. You can see him with the X-ray, making his way in towards the window side. Now, if jabbi goes for the traditional smoke, it will be decon, and Nico should still be able to take the fight here, but has no help. He can't contest this. The bomb will go down.
And now the retake takes shape. The post plan for Heroic.
They can win this.
Unfavorable, sure, but certainly winnable. He has yet to reload, doesn't want to reveal his position, so he's working on 19, 3 frags. Heading on in. It's m0NESY first. Great victim. Oh, and he gets Hunter as well. Collapsing. 4G2, he thought he had him. And the two of them get it done. A double apiece from jabbi and TeSeS.
Yeah, you can see it coming. A million miles away right there. That smoke was perfect. 3 options, window, double doors, or decon, and he picks the perfect answer against Nico right there. That gets the bomb down, it puts the retake on. That crossfire is very, very strong. m0NESY offers himself up, right? He knows he has the AWP, he only gets 1 shot, so he jumps across to bait the shot, but the trade, it's not there. And TeSeS and jabbi, they've been some of the biggest performers so far for Heroic. That is a massive round here. And respecting this at G2, taking a timeout. They trade off in the top side. JKS gets the double up. The number advantage in G2's favor. These are the type of rounds that G2 has been winning throughout, and Heroic giving them a taste of their own medicine here. This one is going to sting. This is a tilt round.
He had it all. And TeSeS, this second fight, Hunter just could not find the head. A double that launches Heroic right back into the conversation, looking to shatter the run from G2.
And they're keeping them right where they want them. Check out the buy here. 2 MP9s, exactly where Heroic want to hold G2. It's cobbled together buy. It's not perfect, it's anything but, and a chance to break them.
A diligent clear from cadiaN. He knows all the tricks. As a trickster himself, anything to manufacture a slight advantage. Begging for a boost on CT blue, an AWP to peek. It's not to be, it's Nico. Glancing over the smoke as they sneak and snake. Tessers could be unaware. Nico, a great load of damage. A single bullet.
Let's sort them out here. They're not going to be able to cross. It's only down across. The smokes will subside and definitely have here. So sure, damage done. Space not taken.
You can see that m0NESY angle as well. That's a whole lot of information. Knowing that the majority of bodies were yard, he can confirm any changes of play.
They might just try and cross late here because Nico can't contest this. He's not willing to take this type of a fight, and Tessers will offer himself up for information.
Ooh, actually, finds the healthiest. Nico's done a lot of damage now. It's the healthy Shush now executed. You can see this is an interesting setup towards the top side, making the most out of these SMGs. Can G2 continue to build off of what Nico started? Ouch. That one will leave a mark. Nico down though. It's gonna get hectic, chaotic. And HooXi falls, clawing in. m0NESY v cadiaN, another team kill. How does it keep happening? A no-scope back, can he close? Redeem himself for taking a teammate out. Quick plant, just in time. Quick to the punch though, Hunter waits, lies in wait, the barrel there, the quick switch to the dig, m0NESY spotted. Oh no, he's doing it live! m0NESY kills them! Oh man, he holds his nerve. Fast as all hell.
You want to see nerves? Take a look at that round right there. How many fluff shots are we going to see? Teams were aimed traditionally on point. The headshot is the only thing they have to offer. And here, the AWPer pin, the AWPer low. The AWPer with nowhere to go, and he still almost pulled this one off. cadiaN could have just broken the hearts and dreams of G2 right here. This would have been classic. How does he get a chance? And m0NESY,
Oh, it was a flick and a half. Everything, every Counter-Strike brain watching is expecting that Deeg to have the advantage against the AWP scoped up, but watch that! That's in slow motion. And Nico loves it, side by side with the next generation. And look at cadiaN, he has to control it. He has to control it.
And this is only map number 1.
Oh, you can feel it, wrath, rage. He has to accept m0NESY's having a good day today.
And they've taken a time out here to just cool things off. Just have that conversation, take a deep breath. G2 are faltering here, and Heroic, they know it. They know they can take this map. They know they can break the streak. This team looking deadly right here, and G2 again, sure, they get the buyback out, but once more, an MP9, a FAMAS.
Flirting with aggression has cost him greatly. m0NESY sprayed down to half HP, susceptible to more. It's jabbi this time. On the door, 2 of them. How is he gotten away? He's not now, on the tail.
Great team Counter-Strike there. Great team Counter-Strike. He heard the jump up, Hunter made a step, didn't know which angle to watch. That's a great way to manufacture an opening. Not with you two, but with team play, and Stown grabs one back.
It's a massive frag. The tide
on this.
Turning, rotate, absent. Vent denied, Shush parking and hoping he can catch info and presence. Lobby side, already the util's down, and so will the bomb. Ramp their access point, second guessing the options available to them. Every second that passes and every frag in that feed seems to favor Heroic. Astound looking the wrong way. Hunter finds the upgrade, and he needs it. Oh! Wow! Blink and you miss it. Tessers flattened, and Shush meets his fate as well at the hands of the AK. This could be the ace as Hunter has arrived in Katowice. Are you not entertained?
That one's gonna feel good. Hunter almost let it go just before, now steps up massively there. Another crazy round of play. It looked like G2 were chasing their tail. Nico goes down without a whimper, removed from play. Over to Secret, the fast ascent down towards that lower side, or make it descent, doesn't matter. Ascending right now at G2, and this is massive from Hunter here. This second shot, just a gap in the smoke. How's he ready for this? Shuts Tessers down, doesn't give him a chance. Reads the rotation as Shush knows the lobby lurk still in play.
Jumps the AWP. Oh man, he knew it was cadiaN last. Perfect round from Hunter. These Kovac cousins doing it together. On G2's pick, now that advantage being fought for once again. It seems so difficult to separate these squads. And that's what this grand final is all about.
Time's going to have to be Heroic's biggest friend here. It's going to allow G2 to burn through this protocol utility.
m0NESY doesn't miss those. Jumps, confirms, more presence. Bomb spotted on the mini-map.
What's the reaction?
Have to react. That's very limited nades. He's used the last of it to try and show presence and make noise towards the lower site.
Trying to bring the bomb back across.
Nico, beheaded!
Can't catch a break.
Just out-aimed by Shush in a must-win round.
Heavy A here, very heavy. The gap is the vent. If they're able to get out this squeaky door and make their way down the vent with the bomb or even back towards ramp, those options are still available. Stown announcing the presence now. Has to be respected.
They are not budging. They are not falling for your trickery, for your deception. Far too wise, but as he dumps down the vents, it's the perfect call. It sounded like he was alone, and now cadiaN has a chance. Lets it slip. Hunter and HooXi will descend on this retake. Stown needs to be the hero. He is alone. He's about to be run on down. Gets support in the end. He doesn't need help. Finishes what cadiaN had started. JKS giving it a go. A great shot. Kits are present. Stown, this is the duel. Oh, m0NESY! Instantaneous frag. And only jabbi, he's been great. His best tournament to date. Can he close for Heroic? Fake, spray, evading bullets. It's just enough time as G2 will break serve and run away. A 2-round gap manufactured now.
Hard fought. Number disadvantage there yet again. The back and forth nature of all of this. And Nico, where is he right now? Well, he's not needed. He's just getting bopped left, right, and center. Heroic are dealing with him, sure, but it's the rest of the team for G2 stepping up.
And that's got to feel so good. For how many years did Nico fall into that trap of feeling, if I'm dead, we ain't winning? But more evidence to the contrary. m0NESY again, bodyguard duties, delivers that close. Makes it feel a little farther away now for Heroic. Early utility exchange. Leaves HooXi off kilter. Half health.
Looks like a double pump here.
Yeah, that destined for the rafters. No one present. Setup is strong. They're pushing ramp. Walking on iron.
They might catch them nades in hand here. They're hearing all this.
You hear it. Stown's on the T roof. Oh, and Hunter! He does not relent. He does not stop. For no man, cadiaN's lost the bomb. Heroic losing hope at the hands of JKS. At his best, alongside with Hunter. Worlds apart. When they started their journey, now combined and united in glory, they are heading for another Nuke win. The damage is done. Heroic's corpses litter the lobby. Stown. Oh, a threatening spray. An AWP shot hit.
Hunter and m0NESY are both low here. 40 seconds on the clock. Bomb picked up. And a chance available here for Stown. This would be a massive round to win.
Looking for the path of least resistance.
Again, it's that vent.
No one occupies the lower side. If he can just get himself down.
m0NESY's here. m0NESY's just made the way down. He can't miss this shot or the bomb will be planted.
One shot. One kill. G2 up to 15. As it doesn't matter. You know they're going to pick it. You know they're going to play it. And all the preparation still cannot prepare you for the heroics of the individuals. A strategic game at times, but it is about the crosshair on their head, and Hunter just gets 2 for the price of 1.
Well, here's a bit of that G2 flair. We've seen them play aggressive lobby in some of their previous matches. Here it's been very standard, very par for the course as far as the CT Nuke defense have gone, and now starting to play outside of that box. They're feeling the confidence. The question was about the mental if they lose. What about the mental if they win? What about the mental if they reassure the fact that, hey, nobody can stop us on our home maps? And right now, that's 2 in the first 3. Nuke. We got Mirage coming up next, and then Inferno, their choice. They could get this done in 3 here, G2.
That's the scary thing about belief. the more that G2 have confirmation that they are unstoppable. The more they believe it, the more it's real. A self-fulfilling prophecy goes both ways. And Shush taking caution and throwing it straight down the fence, charging into Nico's grasp. Are they ready for this? It's so early. The smoke won't save them. jabbi not ready, and the spray transfer denied. It's big from Shush. Keeps the round interesting as Sound on the flank. Perhaps his Mac 10's not done. JKS, his first spray didn't quite hit the mark, and now things will slow for a second. 0 margin for error from the Danes here, and it's starting to take shape. Every corner test is clear as information. HooXi is given up on that angle. Allowed to slide past as it's HooXi. Gets 2 on the decon fight. Aggression, you were talking about it well. G2 will finish how they started on this CT side. Victorious and glorious. Heroic, given a reminder, a 10-5 half. Anything you can do, we can do better.
A new record set here, 20 consecutive map wins for G2 now, and 1-0 up in the IEM Katowice Grand Final for 2023. Seeing is believing, and G2 are believing right now.